Hi, my name's Kurt Molly, and I'm going to be the instructor in the Facebook ads experiment. Really excited to start diving right on in. Let's talk about the journey of this course. Now, we're actually going to be able to cover 9 different objectives here. Objective number 1, we want to develop a clear understanding of testing hypothesis, metrics, and controlled experiments for data-driven optimization. We're going to do that in the first couple of lessons. Objective number 2, we want to become proficient in A and B testing, methodology, multivariate techniques, and using Facebook's experiment tool for rigorous testing. It sounds a lot more complicated than it is. Objective number 3, we want to learn effective strategies for leveraging strategic partnerships, setting aligned goals, budgets, and integrating systems. As we move on ahead, objective number 4, master techniques like dynamic ad creative optimization. I'd love to use that one. Instant experience design and form optimization to optimize customer experiences. As we move on to objective number 5, increase engagement through continual refinement and prioritization of optimization efforts using data-driven insight. Objective number 6, enhance flexibility to ensure long-term success of experiments. And as we move to objective 7, we're going to be rounding this out with improving collaboration skills to maximize sponsor value through effective cooperation. And what I mean by that is partnership ads are really exciting, especially user-generated content right now is just so hot out in the market. Now, objective number 8, we're going to apply data analysis to consistently make hypotheses and priorities. And then as we round out all of the lessons, we're going to be able to cover objective number 9. Gain a thorough understanding of techniques, strategies, and optimize customer experiences through data-driven insights. Let's go ahead and jump right on into lesson number 1, understanding the value of experimentation. In this lesson, we'll explore the significance of experimentation with Facebook ads and why it's critical for your success. You'll also learn about the benefits of data-driven approach in marketing and how it can positively impact your campaign performance. Before we dive in, let's learn objectives for this lesson. First, we need to understand the importance of testing with data and how it helps in building a culture of experimentation. Next, we'll look at key techniques for developing testable hypotheses in order to guide optimized experiments. And next, we'll discuss the long-term benefits of using a data-driven approach and how it sustains performance and improvements. Why is testing important?
Firstly, your intuition and experiences are valuable. They have their limitations.
Things can allow us to validate our assumptions and uncover insights that might otherwise remain hidden.
So we want to test the data. It helps us reduce risks associated with our campaigns.
Instead of throwing our budget in the dark and hoping for the best, testing provides us a flashlight to see where we're going.
And lastly, through continuous testing,
we can achieve ongoing optimization, ensuring our campaigns are always at their best.
Now, testing doesn't just validate our decisions. A slight change in the ad copy, a new image, or even adjusting a target can lead to dramatic improvements. We're working with somebody in the travel industry and they were selling membership sites for $99. And if you subscribe to the membership, you would get a discount on some of the features and offers that they had.
What ended up happening is we started doing a lot of different testing to make sure our messaging goes on right. And we did a lot of testing, what people call lead magnets. And essentially, we were giving away free information to see which information piqued the curiosity most of our perfect target audience. And once we found that, we actually realized that what people really wanted wasn't a $99 membership. They wanted one specific feature. We lowered the price, tested out a new offer and feature, enrolled in over 5,000 new customers in just 60 days. We're actually going to be talking more about this case study in the lessons to follow. Experiments to optimize spend. Every single dollar we channel into our campaign carries immense value, representing not only just monetary spend,
but our strategic consent and effort.
This is why experimenting is just not optimal. It's imperative for systematic experimentation. We're not just blindly spending, we're making calculated decisions based on what's working and what's not. When we delve into the nitty-gritty of our campaigns and test varied elements, it's going to paint a clearer picture of where our investment yields maximum return. Insights that we garner from our experiences might reveal that a particular demographic responds better to our messaging. This isn't just useful information, it's actionable intel that can guide us to allocate a larger portion of our budget to target this demographic more aggressively. And consistent testing and adaptation don't just offer short-term spikes in performance. They can also lay down a foundation of sustained ROI growth. Imagine the compounded benefits year over year as we consistently refine our strategies based on experimentation. This process, rooted in data, ensures that our campaigns are always in tune with our audience's desires, paving the way for enduring success.
Developing testable hypotheses.
So at the heart of any successful experiment lies a powerful hypothesis. Think of it as really like the North Star for our experimental journey, guiding our direction, keeping us on track, and helping us assess the path that we're on. Now, a well-crafted hypothesis isn't just a wild guess. It's going to be an educated prediction anchored in understanding and what I like to call math and facts and research. So let's delve in deeper. Precision. A robust hypothesis doesn't beat around the bush. It's razor focused on a particular variable. This concentration allows us to know with certainty what we're testing and isolated potential effects. Quantifiable. The saying that what gets measured gets managed rings true. Now, our hypothesis must have metrics, and they must be tangible, quantifiable indicators that tell us if we're on the right path. This ensures that our results are interpretable and actionable. Anticipation. Every hypothesis carries with it an element of foresight. So what outcome are we expecting? This predictive nature provides direction and purpose to our experiment. And lastly, statistical rigor. In the world of experimentation, not all results are golden. Some can be just mere flukes. Hence, it's vital that our hypothesis can stand up to its own statistical validation. This way, we can trust that our results are genuine and not just a stroke of luck. When you're crafting your next hypothesis, remember these 4 pillars. They'll ensure that your experimentation is both effective and insightful. As we delve into creating our own testable hypothesis, let's first examine some illustrative examples. So increasing the ad budget will improve click-through rate. Sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes that is the case, depending on the market, time of year, and lots of different variables. So if you elevate the ad budget, do you anticipate a 5% surge in the click-through rate? Truth be told, typically I set clients' expectations as we believe that as we go to a broader market, our click-through rate may lower. But again, this is something we want to definitely test and verify.
What about adding a call to action button to posts?
Does that help boost conversions? So do we believe that by integrating a call to action button is just not going to possibly work? Is it actually integrating a call to action button that's projected to amplify conversions by 10%? We want to go ahead and set a hypothesis. What do we think it's going to happen? Test and verify and see what happens in the end. Changing headline wording lifts overall engagement. So like revamping the headline to a captive, more potentially elevating overall engagement by 15%. That's a reasonable hypothesis. This is where we start using, again, math and facts to really dial in what's going to be the best ad creative, the best targeting, and the best offer
For our target market.
When orchestrating these hypotheses, bear these simple principles in mind. Singularity. Each hypothesis around a sole factor to eliminate ambiguity. Relevance and metrics. Ensure your chosen metrics resonate with what's being tested. For instance, when evaluating ad copy, prioritize metrics like click-through rate or actual purchases. Define success and failure. So establish concrete benchmarks that determine the success or shortfall of your hypothesis. And consider constraints. Always remain cognizant of limitations, particularly financial ones, that can shape the overall feasibility and the scope of your tests. Lesson recap. Let's quickly revisit the key insights we covered. The power of data-driven decisions. Remember, by grounding our experiments in data, we're not just guessing, we're making informed decisions that cut down risks and ensure our campaigns keep getting better and better over time. Fine-tuning for peak performance. Sometimes all it takes is a slight tweak, a minor change to see substantial improvements. And by testing different ad elements, we can identify these tweaks to capitalize on them
And optimizing the budget for the best returns.
Every penny counts. Using insights from our experiments, we can make sure that our ad spend is as effective as possible, driving maximum value from our budget. The art of hypothesis creation. A well-framed hypothesis is the starting point for any successful experiment. So just ensure that they're clear, focused, and ready for validation. Remember, every experiment is an opportunity to learn and improve. And with the right approach, we can make sure every opportunity counts.